realized that was muted. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing well. It's a Monday. Monday. I did get a new mic. There are still some bugs that I'm working out, or some features that I'm working out on the mic, because right now it's picking up pretty much everything that I do. So I don't know how to fix that. So I got to figure out how to fix that. And I don't think a gain problem. I don't think it's a gain problem. I think it's something else. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But yeah, new mic. New mic, slightly new setup. Things are no longer right in my face, so things should hopefully not be as bad. It might just be that it needs to be up here. I have no idea. I honestly do not know the best setup for this thing. So yeah, I don't really know, and I actually don't know how loud I actually am. Hang on, let me do a quick check. I actually cannot tell how loud I am at the moment, so I don't know if I'm blowing your guys' ears out or not. I need to mute that for now. Seems like I am not. That is good. That is good. But yeah. My day was not as eventful as it usually is. And I usually don't stream on Mondays, and the reason is I usually end up working a lot later than I usually did, but had to go put my my normal vehicle that I use for work into in the shop. Check engine light came on again, and that just happens when you got something that's over 2,000 miles. So that's the only problem I have right now, is that it's over 2,000 miles. So things are just annoying, really, with it. So yeah. But yeah, I've also set up everything. Why is the media source? I don't know where that came from. Oh, I know where that's. Oh, I know what that is. That is capture card. There we go. That way I've actually got that one set up. That way, if I ever decide to go ahead and play another game with a capture card, I can go ahead and do that if I really wanted to. I do really need to get back into coding, and I actually need to go ahead and fix up some of the code that's already in my current thing, my current game project. I just haven't gotten to it yet, and that's the main problem I'm having. I really should get to that. Just double checking some things real quick before I actually decide to actually get going and get going. I am noticing a lot of I think it's because of the new I think there has been an update with either VTube Studio or something, to where my stuff is actually not as useful or not. But yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get my setup up and running correctly. So I'm actually going to go ahead and fix some of the... Oops. I'm actually going to go ahead and fix some of the problems I've got right now. Mainly, I need to change this stuff to be I need to change this to be something else, and I need to change these to be something else. So... Actually, like... Okay. Apparently I am following somebody that I didn't know about. Okay, let's change these to actually be correct, and so that we're not accidentally changing anything out. So editing setters, short, what is it called? What is it? It's not here. It's not there. Where is it? Command palette? No. Is it project settings? Plug input app. Okay. Okay, we need jump. Jump. Action. Add keyboard, we're going to add spacebar. Space. Space. And then we need to add left and right. And for now, we're going to add the keyboard keys of A. Keyboard key of D. For now. And then we should be able to do left, right, and change all of this to jump. Probably could actually set these as variables in here, constant variables, and we just set them as strings, and then just put in what the variable is, because then it would be simple to change if something changed. Let's see if I broke anything. I broke something. What did I break? Okay. I actually got that working as intended, so that's actually kind of nice. Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of nice that I've actually got that working how I want it to. I need to get the player completely working. So the player's now working how I want them to. Normally this would be the time where I would also change it up and have enemies, but I think we can do something with signals, can't we, with a collision shape? Can we add a signal from here? How do we add signals? Shape. Where's the signals? Physics interpolation auto translate process. Signal? I know there's like signal. Oh, there it is. Signals. I'm just dumb. Ready, rename, property list, script change, tree exiting, renamed, editor. Mouse entered, mouse exited, collision shape, draw hidden. Is there a way to detect? I believe there's another way to detect another shape, correct? There's a way to detect if we get hit by something, if I remember correctly. Add child node. What do I use for enemies? I'm trying to remember what I use for enemies because it's not player movement. Is it static body? Can't be moved by external forces. When moved manually, it doesn't affect other bodies in its path. Rigid body is moved by a physics simulation. We want a static body. Okay, static body requires a collision shape. Collision shape allows us to make a shape, which we're going to make a circle. We need to add a sprite to this. We're just going to use animated sprite 2D again because it's just going to be easier. we're going to go ahead and just use the normal sprite that we have. Now, where's the start thing? It's up here. Move this over. Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing. Control Z. Need that. I'm confused. Oh, right. We just insert that. Okay. I need to actually change the collision shape size to be a little bit smaller. Okay, signal, collision, child entered tree, child order changed, ready renamed, replaced by, property list change, script change, item react chain, item react chain, what is this? Admits when the canvas item boundaries, position, or size changed, or when an action took place that may have affected these boundaries. Visibility changed. Tree enter? And when the node enters the tree. Script change, property list changed. Tree exiting. Tree exited. Trying to remember how signals work. How do signals work? Replaced by node. Then when the node is being replaced by the node. So you're replaced by. Renamed. Then when an attribute of the node that is relevant to the editor is changed, only emitted in the editor. Then when the list of the child is changed. I remember there being a collision-based node. I wonder. Does this thing have collision? It does have collision. Technically, it has collision. I need its collision turned off. I need the collision turned off. Well, if we do that, does that turn the collision off? No. What if we do light mask 2? Does that change the collision? I'm confused. No collision shape has no effect on the world. This property should be changed with object.setDefer. This the script. Create a new resource in memory and edit it. Hang on. Hang on. This does not have... Yeah, this is not affected by anything at the moment. It's just a static body. Doesn't move. Collision. Aha! I'm an idiot. We want on layer 2 collision. Which means we should pass right through it. Yay! We can pass right through it. Okay. Pickable? Not just pickable. Pickable object can be detected when the mouse pointer entering, leaving, and if the mouse is inside it, requires at least one collision layer bit to be set. What does disabled mode do? Okay. So I got the collision to work. Physics material. Signals. Mint when the child node enters the scene tree, usually because this node entered the tree, or add child has been called. I thought there was a signal that allowed us to detect when we collided with another collision node. Input event. When an input event occurs, requires input pickle. Mouse entered, mouse exited. Hmm. So it was ready after underscore ready was called. Pretty much I need the 2 collision meshes to detect when they overlap. That's what I need to detect. On item react changed. Void. Disconnect. Interesting. Oh, actually, I need to change the layer that this is on. Is it Z index -1? Yeah. Okay. Could do rectangle instead. At least for now, we can do rectangle while I try to figure this out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how do we do this correctly? So I'm trying to get it to where, like, the single node or resource to edit the signal. I mean, I probably could just detect it in the script itself. But signals help with that. So I'm trying to figure out what it is that will help me figure out. Hmm. There's a collision. There's something that I'm missing in the collision shapes. Because I thought there was a detector signal. Let's see here. Body gate continuous collision detection. Body gate continuous collision detection. This is physics. I technically could give this... Okay, let's see if I can't... Let's get this thing to move. Let's do that first before we do anything else. Not child. Let's add a script. Patch script. Oh, we'll just leave it as it is right now. Okay, let's just grab these real quick. Just paste them. And we're just gonna start doing some stuff here. Let's see here. I want a velocity. Don't need physics processed for this. Technically, we should take the physics process. I should have made this one have physics. Well, it doesn't matter. All we want is we want to set velocity equal to that. That's all we want to do right now. So velocity Y, what's not? Velocity not declared in the current scope. Where did I not set up velocity? I think velocity might be part of the physics process. Yeah, I might need to do this with a physics body, not a static body. Yeah, I'll have to do this with a physics body, not a static body. So I can't get this one to move. Because velocity's not set. Fuck! Because velocity's probably only in the physics process. Well, this one's just a process, which means it does not have physics. So there's no way for me to move a static body without a I need physics in order to move a static body, in order to move a body. So we can change this from a static body to a physics process. We should be able just to do literally just do this, and it should hopefully fix itself. No, I didn't fix it. Never mind. I thought that would fix it. That did not fix it. Probably because it Probably because the character body must have the velocity stuff in it. Static body probably does not. Can I go up? Kind of hoping I can go up. Can I go into this? I have to actually go into this class real quick. It's Vector 2. It's not velocity, it's Vector 2. Vector 2. I had that open and now I don't have. Here we go. Constant linear velocity, default vector 2, parentheses 0, parentheses 0. I want to set vector 2 to be a constant velocity. Constant angular velocity, constant linear velocity. Constant linear velocity. LU constant. Get constant linear velocity. Set constant linear velocity. Physics material overrides for the body if the material is assigned this property. Wait. Cyberbody's mood is teleported to its new position without affecting other physics bodies in its path. This is not desired. Use animatable body 2D instead. So I'm using the wrong one, is what I'm being told. Okay, well, that's good to know. Close. Cancel. No, close. And discard. Detach. And delete. Alright, let's add a new node. Node 2D. Collision. Physics body. Rigid? Static? Animatable body. Okay. That's what we want. Instead, add child node. No. Need a collision shape. And then the collision shape needs a shape. We'll add a rectangle. It also needs a animated sprite. Animated sprite. And it needs a new sprite sheet. Okay, now we attach a script. Go to the scripts. Okay, process. Now, how does this one function? What does this one have over the others that I was unaware of? Sync to physics. Default is true. So this one we can actually give physics if we actually wanted to. Okay. Close. Okay. Does this one have velocity? Velocity. Physics body 2D dot move and collide. Plasma will be synchronized to the physics frames. This is useful when animating movement via animation player. For example, on moving platforms, do not use together with physics body 2D to move and collide. When you're figuring out stuff for the first time and trying to remember how this shit works. Physics body 2D. We can get the get gravity function. Wait. Character body. I didn't have to set up physics for character body because velocity is already denoted. But where is it denoted? Oh, is it property? Already? Velocity. Vector 2 velocity is already set. Up direction. Slide on the ceiling. Hit gravity. Move and collide. Move collision exemption with body node. Test move. Add collision exception with. Get collision exceptions. Get gravity. Kinematic collision. Move and collide. In order to be frame rate independent, should be computed using delta. The kinematic collision 2D, which contains information about the collision when stopped or when touching another body along the motion. Test is true. The body does not move, but the would-be collision information is given. The extra margin used for collision recovery. Recovery AS collision is true. Dependent. Checks for collisions without moving the body in order to virtually sets the node's position, scale, and rotation to give in transformation to transform 2D. Then tries to remove the body along with the vector motion. Returns true. If collision would stop the body from moving along the whole path. Isn't there another way to do this? Collision layer, collision mask, collision priority, disable mode, input picker. Input event, mouse exit, create shape owner, get collision layer value, create collision mask value. Is shape owner disabled? Is shape owner one-way collision enabled? Move shape owner. Shape find owner. Shape owner add, shape owner clear, get owner, get shape count, get shape index, get transformation, set transform, get transform. Signals, input event, mouse entered, mouse exited, enumerations, disable mode, disable mode, make static. Collision layer, set collision layer, gets collision layer. There is one thing that I forgot to do, and that is set the collision layer. Oh. Well, that fixed it. Okay. Very confused on why I can't find the signal of detecting another. Hmm. You know what? Can't I change the palette texture? It's here. Texture? Not texture. Isn't there a... Let me just try adding the normal sprite. Sprite 2D. Does this one have what I'm looking for? Maybe not. Hmm. Hmm. Scan question. Just can scan one or more 30. Okay. Oh, that works. So it works if we're standing on it. Hmm. It does not work if we go through it. Interesting. So I can make conveyor belts with this collision setup. Okay. So that is the correct way to look at it, is it needs to be on layer 2, but its mask needs to be on layer 1. Oh, I did just realize that I didn't have that set up. Set it to 0. I put this on the floor, which will actually be the better option for me, is to just set this on the floor. I can actually get a decent way of figuring this out. Okay, so even if... So it only applies... It only applies this if you're colliding with it? Touching bodies as if it were moving. A bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, whoops. Pushed the wrong button. Apparently I pushed minus by accident at some point. We'll be back. Alrighty. Ads are finished. Alrighty. Okay. Hmm. I can do some things real quick. I'm trying to just double check some things. Ah. So this one should have a... Wait, it's in the area 2D? That is wrong. Confused. Okay, so character body 2D scene. Okay, let me just double check something. So it takes over physics body, which is collision object, which is node 2D. When technically we should just be using area 2D, I think is what it's just this for the player. Huh. It would actually make a lot more sense. And the mobs should be using rigid body 2D? That makes no sense why they would be using rigid body. I'm not 100% certain what the difference is between using character body 2D and using area 2D, because I thought character body 2D... No, I need physics, though. That's the issue, is that I need physics for the character. Oh, am I going to have to put this one... For physics body that are meant to be user controlled, they are not affected by physics at all, but they affect other physics bodies' path. Provide high level API to move objects with wall and slope detection. In addition to the general collision detection provided by physicsbody.move and collide. These are for highly configurable physics bodies that must move in specific ways and collide with the world, as it often case with user-controlled characters for game modes that don't require complex movement. Collision sections such as a moving platform, animated body 2D assembler configure. Okay. Stop on slope. Next slides. Motion mode. Safe margin. Slide on ceiling. Up direction. Velocity. Wall min slide dot angle. I wish I knew. Physics. In character body 2D. Two movement methods serve different purposes and later in this tutorial. Vector indicates the body's relative movement. Typically, this is your velocities vector multiplied by the frames timestamp. Object containing data about the collision and colliding object. Use this data, you can calculate your collision response. Most used when you just want to move the body and detect collision, but don't need any automatic collision response. For example, if you need a bullet that ricochets off a wall, you can change the angle of the velocity when you detect a collision. See below for an example. To simplify the collision response in the common case where you want one body to slide along the other, especially these full platforms, top-down games, for example. The number of node properties to calculate slide behavior. These properties can be found in the inspector. Properties typically used to distinguish between side scrolling and top-down movement. When using the default value, you can use the is on floor, is on wall, and is on ceiling methods to surface the body is in contact with the body. Act with slopes when using motion mode floating. All collision surfaces. You define what surfaces the engine should be considered being on the floor. Value which you use or stop on slope. Laying down slopes when standing still. The body is allowed to slide when it hits a slope. The surface is no longer considered a floor. Radians equivalent to 15 degrees. And radians equivalent to 45 degrees. And you can use this to code to make the slide as possible. For an I collide with collision.get collider collision equals move and slide velocity times delta if collision. Right. Do I have any of that in my character body 2D? No, I don't. I don't have any form of. I have move and slide. I have a move and slide function. for I and get slide collision count. Bar collision. Collide. Get slide collision. Only counts times the body. Method to use. I wonder. We'll just say it gives us a burst of speed equal. It gives us speed. Speed. Oh. Yeah. I guess we don't really need that then. Okay. Okay. How's that working? Okay. Hmm. Can I do not direction? What is that? Does this work? I don't know if that works. Nope, that crashed. Can I do a negative direction? Oh. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh, actually, what we could do is instead put this. Actually, that's what we can do. Is literally take this, cut it out there, and instead put it in the if direction. Yeah. Damn it. Keep pushing the wrong button. Okay. It's over this, over. That over, over. Unindented doesn't match. False. Confused here. Oh, that's what was happening. I see now. See what happens when we jump off a wall. Hmm. Interesting. I'm actually curious as to why this isn't working as intended. Let me disable this part. This part. Let me disable this part quick. And a comment this help. Toggle comment. Okay, that's working as intended, but it's not throwing my character to the other direction when I push the jump button. Variable input and upright. I was hoping that what I need to do is let's do a negative here, and then let's do a how do we pause? I need some way of pausing for like 3 frames or something like that. Like a pause. Key pause. Does key pause need something? Let's search this. Pause menu. Process modes. Process mode pausable. I need this to pause like What does this do? Hmm. Let's not stop. Not freeze. Actually, I think it's in here that might actually help me here. Timer dot start. Hmm. Hmm. I'm really trying to remember how to do this because I want to get this. I want to get wall jumping working, and I want it to where you have it. It gives you the burst of speed and immediately Oh, you know what? I know how I can do it. Do that if input dot action underscore if not is underscore on underscore wall underscore only. Do that. Gonna work. Oh, I see it. It's jumping. It's immediately jumping. I actually do need it to pause for like 3 seconds. I need it to pause a couple of frames. Is there a wait? Wait. Like wait, but won't block. So if the value of 0 falls, it immediately turns into 0. Wait. Waits for a semaphore. Value is 0, blocks until non-zero. Yeah, because I saw it working. Ah, so that's how we can get that. Oh, look at that. We can actually climb up the wall now. If we wanted to. Now it's based off of actually using the jump button, not based off of... Well, the only issue is that we now can't jump off. We now can't go off the wall. I wonder, do I need this now? Can I just use not here instead of the exclamation point? Hmm. Well, we got wall jumping working. Kind of. It's kind of funny that if I do this, I actually go the other way until I let go of spacebar. So we actually need to do the thing where what we do is if is underscore on underscore floor, we just auto pass. Oh, right. You just make it pass. So then it'll that should work. Yeah. Well, no, that didn't work. Oh, because if we're holding down the jump button, or is underscore on underscore or. Let's see if that actually works out in our favor. Yeah, that actually works out in our favor a little bit better. Yeah. Although it is pretty much immediate. That's counting as a wall. Got it. That's counting as a wall, huh? So we actually do have a bug where we're not jumping over. Because what it does is that it then stays in here for some of it and doesn't go over here. Not is on wall. There we go. Oh, right. We then have the same bug. Don't know how to fix that bug. Not gonna lie. Do not know how to fix that bug. gonna have to do a little bit more. I'm gonna have to do some research to get this wall jump working how I want it to. There's probably somebody who's already done it, but I kind of want to figure it out, and I might need to figure it out on my own terms, which just means that I'm gonna have to figure out what the right sequence of if then or true false statements are to get it to work how I want it to. I don't know. I may not even actually have wall jumping in the game. I don't know. I want to actually just try to get things working as intended as much as possible. Never using false? Yes, it's right there. Also used here. Oh. No, it's used. It has to be used because we need it for other things. And I did the thing again. I keep forgetting to check. I need to stop using the numpad. I honestly need to start using the main keyboard. Either that or change up my key bindings. I think I might need to change up some of my key bindings. Yeah, I'm gonna change some of my key bindings. I don't use these two buttons that often, so I might change it to these two buttons in my software. I use these two buttons way more often than I usually do. I don't use the minus and the times and the divide on the numpad that often. Only when I'm coding do I actually need to disable this and probably just go to manual mode. Manually changing the cameras. Because I use the plus and minus way more often in this than I should. I mean, I could instead just using bitwise functions for divide. Yeah, bitwise to divide is actually really easy. I'm just trying to figure out how this works. How I'm going to get this to work. Anyway. I think I'm going to go ahead and call stream today, and I'm going to figure some stuff out. Usually I would be streaming for a little bit longer, but I just didn't feel like sticking around that much. Let's see here. Oh, I completely forgot that I was in the wrong category this entire time. I was in the wrong category this entire freaking time. You gotta be kidding me. Whoops. Love it when that happens. You know what? Is there the range still going? I think they are on break at the moment.
think I've actually watched much of their stuff, so I'm actually not going to. They're playing the original Resident Evil? They're playing the original Resident Evil. Let's see here. You know what? They just started, so we're actually going to go ahead and rate Aria Symphony. They're playing Doom Eternal. So we're going to go ahead and give them a little bit of a raid here.
Normally I would have went a little bit longer, but I need to figure some stuff out. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys later.